Peace. This is S.S.Oracle, Shadow and Soul Oracle. This is Savvy. I'm going to do a general message for collective or for individuals. I'm doing a starseed message. Alright, I'm just going to use the starseed oracle right now for someone on their awakening journey, their ascension journey, their enlightenment journey, their alchemical journey. Okay, I want the most high vibrational message, most relevant message. Let's see what we got. We have the 7-star sisters, Ashe. Birthing creations, tapestry of life, expression. Like this is family, I'm hearing. Like it's like a maternal, family, the matriarchy, matrilineal line, lineage that's coming up. So like some type of feminine energies within your family. This could be like your bloodline family, like sisters, aunties, grandmothers, stepmothers. Like it's just there's someone or many in your family actually who can assist you at this time. Like it may not seem like it. You may have to do some communicating, and this is when you're when you awaken, or when we awaken sometimes, and we feel like we're the only ones in our family who kind of know things. Like I feel like that's kind of what's going on, but it's like there's someone else that's very close to you that shares a like a soul resonance with something. And the 7-star sisters are urging you to have some form of courage to reach out to someone. Maybe you're thinking about someone in particular right now. Okay, it doesn't have to, maybe it's not their bloodline family, like your lineage. Maybe this could be a friend, a platonic friend or something, but there's just something about a matriarchal lineage that you want to pay attention to at this time. What was that? We got I remember. Soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. This is about surrendering. I think, you may have been attempting to kind of live a normal life meaning like doing things the routine, structured, societally accepted way, and it's coming in conflict with your higher knowing of self. Okay, like who you were before you were imprinted and conditioned with how to be and what to do and the ways to go about it. That kind of cookie cutter, perfectly planned out, straight narrow path. Like you may have tried to do that, and you're at a point where it's like, no, this is not the path you're meant to take. And again, there's some feminine energy, maternal energy around you that can support you in this, because maybe they've had experience with it. Okay, it's gonna take some humbling here. There's a lot of emotional energy here. Okay, feeling lost, feeling confused, but connecting with the water is very important. That's always important. That's a feminine element. Okay, we have Star Keeper, cosmic ancestor. See the light by staying grounded. Yeah, you are one ancient soul here. I wanted to say old soul, but the soul is like ageless. The soul is ageless. Right? There's not a chronological numerical value to soul. It's just a knowing. And I think that you've had this knowing of self, despite how you may have been led or influenced in the third dimension. Like there's always been higher dimensions, higher cosmic ancestors, connections, lineages that have kind of still okay, you're being asked to remember or called to remember certain experiences that you may have had in childhood, your teenage years, that, those things that kind of made you feel like you were weird. That's the best way that is coming through. It's like the things that made it seem like you were weird. Like, go back and revisit that, because those were the unique aspects of yourself. Those are the things that are going to keep you grounded into understanding what your destiny life is, as opposed to that faded life, right? And it says you're being called to remember. I don't know why I have to say this, because I'm not sure who I'm talking to, but just when I was looking at this and how this person here has the pink on, this could very well be a message for someone who is in the LGBTQ community, as well, in terms of your identity. And it's being, it's being communicated to you right now to understand that if this is for you, that being LGBTQ, or however you identify, your gender or your sexual orientation, like, there is a higher divine, like, position for beings who embody that androgynous kind of energy. So I don't know, like, again, back with the family, maybe there's some feminine energy, female energy, motherly energy woman in the family who's also a part of that community, who can give you something, can tell you something that may just kind of connect the dot that you didn't even know needed to be connected. Okay, like, I don't know why I'm getting this. Like, it could be like a man, trans man, or just a homosexual man, or I don't know. Take it if it resonates. If not, leave it. But, the main thing here is there's something that was unique about you and true about you and real about you in your upbringing that you may have shadowed or put to the side or wanted to hide because it didn't fit the norm. But cosmically, ancestrally, divinely speaking, you are a powerful being. You are absolutely a powerful being, and you need to remember that. Okay. Oh, these are turned around. Let me get one more. Oh no, I already pulled 3. I usually do 3, 3, 3. Let's do chakra zodiac. Let's get into your chakras or some zodiac signs here, since we're in the cosmos right now. Okay, this is an ancient Egyptian deity as well. Maybe you have a resonance with that pantheon or the mythologies. Okay, star keeper. Okay, we have moods and behaviors with the moon. So check in with your moon sign and your natal chart, or your birth chart, where your moon sign is, where the house is. Subconscious programming. We're dealing with Jehudi, that's Thoth, Khonsu, and Het Heru, Hathor. Those are Kemetic or ancient Egyptian gods that you may resonate with or may want to do some research with. But the ways that you may be the things you may be feeling, and your fluctuating moods, oscillating moods, kind of mood swingy, the energy that you're in right now, like where it's like you're oscillating between resonating with your higher self and then falling back into who you've been in. I'll just say, like, your human self, or the third dimensional mundane self. It's like a battle going on here. So revisiting again those things from the past that may have led you to want to repress aspects of yourself that are absolutely beautiful, that are your light, that do reflect your light. Okay, so getting deep into your moon, the things are very hidden right now, which is probably contributing, which probably explains a lot of the emotional, maybe releases and feelings of emotional breakdown and things like that. But you really need to look into this Seven Sisters energy. Look into that matriarchal, maternal, feminine, divine feminine energies that may be around you that can help you. Let's pull 2 more of these. We have let go of regret with Saturn. Right? Let go of regret. We protect ourselves. You're being told that wherever you did or however you felt like you needed to hide yourself or conceal yourself, um, the feelings of regret, they're valid, but we're not going to get stuck in those. We're not going to get stuck in, I abandoned myself, or I stopped being myself, or I hated myself. Like those kinds of self-talk, like that kind of self-talk is not necessary, right? We got to let go of thinking that something was wrong with us as to why we couldn't have been a better self or our higher self sooner, right? We tell ourselves, if I never would have did this, or if I never would have was with this person, or if I never listened to this person, like we get into wanting to blame ourselves. No, that's not how that works. The person or the being that you are now, that you're evolving into now, is the way that it is because of everything else that you've been. Okay? So the feelings that you may be experiencing now in terms of regret, or, just feeling bad about not being better or not being different. Like, it's like, I wish I could have been this way sooner. I wish I would have known these things about myself sooner. But every experience that you've had up until this point was perfectly placed on the path and needed to be on your path to get to this point. That's what you have to understand. Okay, if you would have did one thing different, you know what I'm saying? Like, you've heard of the butterfly effect, where it's like you try to go back in time and you change one thing, and like it changes the course of history in the most like significant, crazy kind of ways. Like, if you were to go back and change anything, you wouldn't have got to this point. And you're at a point of ascension right now. You're at a point of empowerment right now. You're at a point of remembering right now. You're at your highest point of being right now, your highest level of consciousness right now. And you've got to this point because of everything else you've dealt with in your life, period. We have jealousy, Ophiuchus. Maybe there was some jealousy in a family or in relationships, friendships, or something that led to some repressing of the self. Maybe you felt others were jealous of you, or you were maybe had some jealousy of others, feeling like you wanted to be like others. It seemed to be easier to go through life if you were like others, but that ultimately kind of it kept you. It's interesting, I'm looking at this and it's like it kept you concealed but protected at the same time. That's very interesting. And this is what I'm saying with let go of regret. Like, spirit moves in mysterious ways, right? Where it's like we think we're behind, but really we're being protected sometimes. Like, it's divine intervention. Like, you were never supposed to be like anybody else, right? And anybody that may have been trying to be like you, like they were, out of their knowing of self. So there's a lot of forgiveness that has to happen within the self, allowing yourself to have been who you were, made decisions that you made, allowing others to be who they were and made the decisions that they made. And now we're at a point of ascension. So we're moving beyond it. You're moving beyond that energy. Okay. Let's pull sacred geometries. Okay. We got empowerment and the root chakra. The I am, the right to be, the right to exist. Ashe. We all have the right to be here. We all have the right to exist, to have a secure foundation, an anchor in this world, to be empowered by something. Let's see, the empowerment card, the numbers 1 and 26 could be significant. The empowerment card reads, the frequency of empowerment supports our ability to show up fully and completely, uniting us with others in the deep trust that we are all connected through the same source. Like, differences make us, is what makes us beautiful, right? Like, as individuals and collectively in relationship in communities, like, our differences are what make us one. Like, kind of ironically, it's like the unity comes from the plethora of differences that we have. And so it's a matter of reconnecting with you being unique and you being different, but you also being connected, right? The root chakra is an anchor for everybody, right? This is why when we do healing, the root chakra needs the most work, because we have to remember our, lineages, our ancestors. Again, back to this Seven Sisters card. All right, this could be earth families or your cosmic families as well. The star systems you may resonate with. Okay, Seven Sisters, your root chakra, knowing yourself above and below. That means in the cosmos and on earth. Knowing those aspects, knowing your history, knowing your ancestry. Let me pull one more of these. Okay. Knowing the truths that exist beyond the physical and the social constructs of what man's supposed to be, what a woman's supposed to be, what you're supposed to look like, how you're supposed to dress, how you're supposed to, you got to undo all of that. Undo all of that, because there was a point in time you were growing up where you felt secure in who you were, and then, may have met a lot of resistance and kickback and people telling you can't do this, can't do that. We got divine feminine. Number 21. The frequency of divine feminine supports our receptive, nurturing, and soft side, allowing it to express itself openly and helping us to connect to our intrinsic understanding of our connection to all of creation. So yeah, that first card that came out, it's divine feminine energy. There's some aspect of self in the divine feminine energy that has to be reconnected, right? I don't know if that has to do with creativity. It could be do with aesthetics, your actual appearance. It can do with just connecting with feminine energies, female energies, women, mothers, something like that. Okay, to regather that sense of self. Maybe wearing more pink. I swear I keep seeing this. And again, this could be for a trans man, trans woman, someone. It's just a matter of understanding what you are beyond the physical. Okay, and how you choose to express yourself and show yourself into this world, and making that a holistic thing. You know what I'm saying? Making it holistic, knowing yourself as above and so below is what I'm hearing, right? What you know yourself to be above is who you anchor yourself into below, into this earth, or on this earth while you living this life. If you enjoyed this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the services I have to offer, click the link in the description. Peace.